So it's a busy day today. I wanted to show you that cutter stuff, but we have 12 people coming for dinner. So what have I done already? I've melted chocolate to make some little Christmas chocolates. Show you those. Doing a grazing platter, board, whatever, box. 2 of them actually, because it's so these little chocolates, I've just had a little silicone mold, and I've just made some Christmas chocolates so they can go on my platter. I've made little houses, but I forgot the butter, but they still taste all right. I've made a lemon slice. I'm making little chocolate mousses. I've made meringues. I've got cream to whip. I've got fruit and berries and things to go on there. So that's organised. Main meal is really interesting. I think it's going to be a little bit like KFC, but I hate KFC, so I hope it's going to be a lot better than that. It's a bit Mexican. But what I'm going to make now is the Christmas wreath. I can't even think of its real name. The Festive Camembert wreath. Okay. Now, I am not a bread maker. I am not skilled in any way with this, but I watched it being done the other day, and I think I can do it. So just bear with me. I will do my best. So what I did was I made the bread dough last night, and from listening to everybody else, you can do a slow proof in the fridge overnight. So that's what I did. I've pulled the dough out. I have divided it into two, and I have rolled out 2 circles. Now, if you have the big thermomat here, which is a host reward, it's got circles on it. But this is the one that's going to go in the oven on. So I have put it on that. So it's about 30 centimeters. You roll out, and you put the camembert in the middle. Then I'm reading the instructions. Spread a third of the filling around the camembert. Now, in this festive wreath, it's a totally different filling to what I'm using. So it's a cranberry mix. Now, there's been mixed reports on it. I'm sure it's very festive, absolutely, and it would look fantastic color-wise. I've heard it can be a little bit sweet, and so a few of us are trying some different things. My family would not be into cranberries at all. In fact, my son isn't into cheese, so he's going to have to just pick off some of the bread at the sides. But I'm going to use pesto, which is still, you know, a festive sort of thing. I could even decorate with a few cranberries on top or something like that at the end. So my filling is just pesto. It's the Chunky Basil Pesto Dip of Cookidoo. Other people I've spoken to, they've done like a really nice, the red onion chutney, which is really delicious. There's also a bacon jam. I think that'd be sensational too. But I'm decided I'd have a go with pesto. So it's pesto that I'm going to put round. Here it is, made this morning. There's a third of it. So basically, you're going to push all this around the outside. And I don't even know if it's the same volume that the cranberry thing would have been. But I'm just going to put some on here, and we'll see how we go. So I'm going to make it, what time is it? Oh, nearly midday. I'm going to make it, and then I'm going to just let it, probably pop it back in the fridge if I can find room. I used the cutter last night, and I've got a great big container of potato dauphinoise in the fridge, which is taking up an awful lot of space. Anyway, keeping a gap of 1 centimetre from the edge of the dough. Okay, so we've just make sure that that's away from the edge. Push that bit in a bit. Okay, cool. So in this, in the recipe here, it's saying sprinkle with some pistachios and some bacon, but I'm not using those. Place the reserved circle of dough on top of the filling and the cheese. Pinch the outside edges of the pizza together to seal. So this wasn't quite as round as the first one, but this is my other circle. I'm going to tip this upside down on here. Hopefully be able to peel it off. And the good thing is it's a bit stretchy, so I'll be able to make it fit. It's a bit like, I don't know if you ever used have ever done any sewing, but the sewing I used to enjoy was the sewing where your fabric's flexible and you can make it stretch to work. So I'm pinching the outside edges of the pizza together to seal. So I'm just going to actually do, you know, like you do on a pie. Just go all the way around like this. Oh, and by the way, tonight, I'm not sure which channel it is, but there's someone is going to be demonstrating this on the television, 7:30. All right, so I'm just scalloping it a bit, I guess, like you do with like a pie edge or whatever. So there we go, that's sealed. Cut the dough on directly on top of the camembert to form 8 triangles, and roll back to enclose the side of the cheese. So 8. So I'm going to use a knife on this because it's just on the camembert. Need to be a little bit sharper here to actually get through. Oh yeah, that's it. That's through. Excuse my elbow a minute. That one's through. That one's through. Now, my lovely friend Janie is trying this with some gluten-free breads. This is not gluten-free. I won't be eating it, but I just wanted to make sure it's going to work. So she hasn't found the problem with gluten-free breads is that they're not as flexible. And there we go. So I'm just rolling that back like that. How cool is that? We did this at our branch meeting on Monday night. One girl did it and she actually put the camembert on top. Hadn't quite read the instructions properly, not that it mattered because it still worked and everybody still enjoyed it. So there we go. It's quite, I feel a bit accomplished doing this, I have to say, because it's not my thing at all. There we go. Another one. More of a cut there. Here. All right. So make sure you can see that. Okay. So there we go. They're rolled back over the edge of the camembert to enclose the sides of the cheese. So just gonna pop that down. To make the pizza sun rays, cut in quarters up to the center. So this is actually they are using a knife because they're not on a, they've actually put it on a pizza tray. I don't have a pizza tray. Actually, I do, but not this size. So I've got to cut this into 8. So I'm just going to really follow. Yeah, cut it into quarters up to the center, then cut each quarter into half to create 8 sections. So I'm doing, that's going right through. Yep. And the other side. Okay. And then this side. It works really well with this. This is from the mix shop too. Okay, and then so wait, 8. I think I have to go again after that. Okay. cut those in half. So I need 16. So there is a Pizza Sun, Pizza Sun pizza thing, which is similar sort of design, I guess. Okay. Next instruction. Twist each section of dough 90 degrees, creating the rays of the sun. So I've literally got to pick up a bit of dough like this and turn it like that. Oh, this looks really impressive. It's not actually hard. I don't know about you though, but I find it helpful to, oh, so you can't see me. I'm doing. So I'm just picking it up and twisting it 90 degrees so that we can see the pesto, and it's making the sun, the rays of the sun. And I will hold the camera up so you can see what it looks like. It's very pretty. It's not hard. The thing. As I said, I've never made anything like this before. If I can do it, you can do it. Oh, that's good. Hold this up. So very simple, and I think it looks really impressive. So I'm happy with that pesto. I'll just see what it says, what the rest of the instructions are. Oh, you meant to bake it straight away. I'm not baking it straight away, but basically it says you brush it with a beaten egg and you bake for 18 to 20 minutes until golden brown. It's 190 degrees. Serve with extra filling. Garnish with extra pistachios for the recipe here, and fried bacon. But I think that looks pretty cool, and I'm not going to be cooking it till later because we're not having it till later, and people might as well have a warm camembert to dip their bread into. But I hope that was helpful to show how it's actually done. Choose your own filling, do whatever you want, be creative, and I would love to see your photos when you've made it. Thank you.